We're live. Morning, everybody.
We appreciate that call, Jeff in Cleveland, as a matter of fact. So, hey, anytime that you can spend 5 seconds with us, we'll take that. Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. A Des Moines Media Group station. The following show, 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines, is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC. Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
I'll call Brian here. Everything seems good level-wise, so I think we're set. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Good morning, Gary. How you doing, buddy? Hope everyone's having a good Saturday morning all across the good old U.S. of A. Show's brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. I'll tell you more about them in a second. We got a full show for you today. We're going to be talking with Brian Knightlinger in Pennsylvania. Brian is an author. He's a Boone and Crockett Pope and Young scorer. And we're going to see what we can talk with him. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you, buddy. And happy Saturday to you, too, Chris. Good morning, Tony. Rain is on the way, Tony says. So there you go. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking fishing with Ron Hedberg. And he's with Trika Fishing. And in between there, we got a whole bunch of other stuff to tell you right here on the show. The show is brought to you in part by Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. $60 a month, 1 month free when you pay for a year. It's got a 12 by 50 assigned spot. Secure gates 24/7. Security cameras are available always. Discount for multiple spots. Just fill out your application and find your spot. They're locally owned. Give Tracy, Dick, or Danielle a call at 515-822-1362, and they will take great care of you. There you go. So, hope everyone had a good day. Good morning, Fishing Dave. Good luck. Happy bass. Dave's been fishing like crazy lately. Okay, there we got some news to tell you about. Colorado went and did it, and they're going to make it more difficult for you to elk hunt starting in 2025. So I'll tell you more about that here in a bit. Plus, JLM's got a big sale going on. I went over there and saw Dallas. My son's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Daniel Christopher. Love you. And I'll tell you,
What'd you get him?
I bought him a $50 gift card to JLM.
Not another boat?
My son? No. No, I'm done buying boats. Morning, Rob. Good to see you, Mountain Man.
Well, isn't this the birthday where he gets that fancy sports car?
No, this is where he gets another job.
I tried, Danny. I tried.
Yeah. He can get his own car. I got my own bills to pay. Let's head over to the phones, and we're going to go Pennsylvania, and we're going to talk to Brian Knightlinger. Good morning, Brian.
Morning. How we doing?
I'm good, buddy. How you been? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, doing very well. Thank you.
So I got the chance to meet Brian. I was out in Pennsylvania chasing turkeys with the Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey call bunch, and Brian, after we got done hunting, we went over to. Good morning, Skippy P up at Gearhead Archery. How you doing there? Good morning. Yo, knee knocker you. Oh, Skippy. So Sunday we went over to Creek Archery in Yukon, Pennsylvania, and our buddy Chris, I never pay my dues on time, DePerna, had a big outdoor event, and Skip Peterson and I were there. Brian was there. Had Jim O'Brien from Tacticam. He was there. Had a whole bunch of people. And we got to visit with several hundred people and talk about the outdoors. And I got a chance to visit with Brian when things started slowing down a little bit. And I invited Brian to come on the show. So that's how I met Brian. Brian, how many books have you got out now? Did you give me some books, or did I imagine that?
Yeah, I gave you some books. I have 3 books out right now. I had one or two other ones I self-published a few years back, but I have 3 books out right now that I've been rolling with.
Yeah, and I apologize. Since I got back, my leg has been messed up, and I haven't went through all my stuff. I haven't even totally unpacked my truck yet, so I'm sure it's in my truck. So I'll get to them, buddy. But tell everybody what your books are.
Well, I have one book. It's called 20 Feet Closer to God. It's a 30-day devotional for people who like the outdoors. That was one of the first ones that I wrote. And then I have another book, Nonverbal Whitetail Deer Communication, The Power of Gland Lore. I wrote that one during COVID for a good buddy of mine, Smokey McNicholas, who makes Smokey's deer lures. And he asked if I would do some stuff and write a little bit about gland lore. And then my newest book that I published, I think in 1992, holy moly, in 2022, is called Through the Eyes of a Whitetail Fanatic, which is 30 plus stories of me hunting whitetails over the years with my kids and goofy experiences that I've had and all kinds of other things. That one actually I won an award for through the Mason-Dixon Outdoor Writers Association last year for that book.
Awesome. That's awesome. Good morning, Pete. Good morning, Richard. Good to see everybody this morning. So I got to tell you, I've got a couple manuscripts that I've written, and they'll probably never go anywhere. They're in my file cabinet, but it's tedious to write a book. I mean, because in my group, I write like I talk. My wife, God bless her, I have to have her triage half my stuff when I send out proposals and everything else because I'm the king of the run-on sentence. And it's funny when you try to put your thoughts on a paper, Brian, isn't it? It can drive you nuts sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of putting it down on the computer, printing it off, reading it, rereading it, reading it out loud, having other people read it. They make some pretty nice software now. Grammarly is pretty good that you can just download on your computer and use, and it will help you. You can set different things on your tone, your voice, depending on what you're writing about it. Something comical, something serious, something informative. So it does make it a lot easier. But yeah, there's a lot of tedious writing and rewriting and all those other things that can take a long time to do.
So how did you get into scoring deer?
Man, I always had an interest in scoring deer and knowing what deer scored. I used to watch a lot of real tree videos and stuff like that, DVDs, and they would always have after they when the hunt was over, they put in the lower corner the deer scored 155 and 7/8 or whatever, and so I was super interested in that. Got on Pope and Young's website and read a little bit about how to do it. With YouTube and stuff, you can also get on and find some things, but no one really ever went through the whole process. And I had a few deer I wanted scored, and I went to one of our local sporting goods stores one day when they were having an event, and I sat there the whole day and watched a guy do it. And at the end, you've been here the whole day. Are you interested in scoring? I was like, yeah, I'd really be interested in learning how to do it. So I set up a class and had 8 or 10 of my friends take it with me, and we sat at the outdoors store for a whole day and got taught how to score whitetail deer. So been doing that since, oh my goodness, I think 2010 for the Northeast Big Buck Club.
So you've been doing that. You've been doing that for a while. So
yeah.
I want you to help me tell the folks how much more accurate that little piece of string is, or a little piece of cable, than a raculator.
I've never used a raculator. The cable, though, when you find your, when you draw your lines and you find your lines and everything you have to do that, we use a steel cable because it doesn't stretch.
Right.
It won't stretch this way or that way. So it is, you're going to be, a lot of the scores that we score when we do training and stuff, you pass a shed or a mount, back and forth to people. A lot of your scores are within an eighth of an inch, to 2/8 of an inch using the steel cable.
Yeah.
Because of, the lines of symmetry and everything you got to draw in and what you have to follow to get your score. So, I can't say whether the raculator is close to that or not. I've never used one.
It'll get you in the ballpark, but it's just you take a if for everybody doesn't know what a raculator is, it's a little electronic device that's got a wheel on it, and you wheel along all the antlers and the tines and everything. But I'm just telling you, there's little nuances with that you're going to miss with that. It'll get you in the ballpark, but I would never use it and say that's officially my score.
And it's kind of like that tape they have out there as well.
Yeah.
That tape, you're going to cut it and this and that and everything else, and they got to add those up. That'll get you in the ballpark pretty close.
Yeah, you'll be in the ballpark, but it's probably going to cost you some measurement if you don't use the steel cable. Good morning, Hank, down at Revelton. Happy Bourbon Day, buddy. If you ever get to Iowa, you got to go to Revelton Distillery, Brian. It's they make their own bourbon and they've got rye whiskey down there, gin, vodka, and it's all made in Iowa grown, Iowa brewed or distilled, and it's good stuff down there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've spent some time in Iowa. I had a buddy who went to college in Decorah, so I used to go out and visit him every once in a while. So I've been to Iowa a few times way back in the early 90s.
Yeah, Decorah is real close to what the topography is where you're at out there in western PA. It looks a lot like Decorah, actually.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. What it's. I told everybody when I got back home, I said, I heard one turkey gobble in 4 days, and I called in one hen. It was not my best hunting at all, but I had so much fun out there because I saw so many freaking deer. I mean, every time I looked up, I had deer crossing the ridge top and stuff. I mean, you guys are blessed with a great deer herd out there.
Yeah, we are. I did write a book a few years back, Evolution of the Pennsylvania Deer Hunter, that goes through and talks a little bit about the Native Americans and how they would hunt, and then when you get the colonists, and then when Pennsylvania is established by William Penn and what was going on, and kind of tracks that through. And it hasn't always been like that. There's been multiple times when the deer season was closed because of low deer numbers. Back in the 80s, the number of deer was just staggering. There's statistics that the Game Commission has that in the mid 80s, we were hitting more deer with cars in Pennsylvania than hunters in Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Were killing. And it's a few years back they upped the amount of antlerless tags to kind of bump the herd back some. It's in pockets. In some areas you have a ton of deer. In other areas they're making their way back. But yeah, we are blessed with a nice herd. Turkeys in areas have been struggling, with predation and all kinds of other things. We kind of fluctuate up and down, but lately the numbers of turkeys have been down quite a bit.
Yeah, I just figured DePernon was out there chasing them all off with his calling. Something happened while I was out there. Rob Warwick and them guys, they were out there scouting, looking for me, try to find a bird. But I mean, Larry, Ryan, Paul, and I, all four of us were out there. None of us got a bird. I mean, that's highly unusual because those guys are way better callers than I am. But we were late too, Brian. I mean, we were out there. I mean, there was already poults turkeys with poults and stuff running around. So we were late. So next year we're coming earlier.
Yeah, and there's that big debate. People in Pennsylvania are always, the season needs to start earlier. Some years the turkeys are just real tight-lipped and don't do a whole lot of talking, and they're tough to find. We had a really early green up this year where a lot of leaves on the trees, there's a lot of food, on the ground in the woods and stuff, and it made the turkey hunting really tough.
Yeah.
It just changes everything.
Kenny Reese said it was Chris DePerna out there snoring, making all that noise, chased them off.
Well, he probably had some of his buddies out there, chasing them off the roofs and stuff here, before you guys got there. So
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me with them golf shirts that he wears. He probably put them in a state of panic just from all that trailer camo he likes to wear.
Yeah.
That blaze orange. Yeah. Good morning, Jerry. I agree with Ken. Jerry says, Jerry Moyer. Jeff, good morning in New York, buddy. Appreciate you. Rob Warwick's laughing. He thought that was funny. So I got to tell you, living in Iowa, Kansas, I hunt Kansas quite a bit. Not this year because I didn't draw, but it's amazing to me the amount of how big some of these deer can get. It's just really growing up in Missouri. Like I did, if I went out and sat for 8 hours, if I saw 6, 7 deer, I had a good set. I can see way more than that usually in Iowa. But what's really cool, morning Jerry, what's really cool is the fact that you can go out at any given time and see a 140 or better. You guys have tons of deer, but you also have, I think you guys are the third most hunted deer hunting numbers in the country. Is that right? Are you second or third?
We're in the top 3. It's always between Texas, Michigan, and PA.
Yeah.
Statistically, again, back in the 80s, there were years where we had 1.2 million hunters. You get that transition of people who get out of the sport and everything. And back in the early 2000s, one of the things that came through was the antler restrictions. Gary all put in the antler restrictions, and of course, people were all up in arms. It's no longer it's brown, it's down, and so we've kind of seen a transition or evolution of a different group or different type of hunters looking at people improving their habitat because a lot of stuff was coming out with food plots and improving your habitat, not just for deer, but for all animals in general.
Right.
We saw a large drop-off of older generational hunters who just couldn't hunt anymore. Like my grandparents both used to hunt, and they got to the age where they just didn't feel comfortable in the woods anymore. And, you throw in antler restrictions plus less hunters and better habitat, and you're gonna see improvements. But yeah, it's I score a ton of deer throughout the year, and I tell you at the end of the year I usually go through and average them out, and I'm probably looking at an average score probably in the mid 130s.
Which is
from a deer I score.
Yeah, 130 to 140 inch deer. It's 125 inches is Pope and Young, Brian. That's a good deer. We get spoiled. We get spoiled here in Iowa, or when you go to Kansas. I think I got a 150 average in Kansas. I've shot a couple 160s, but mostly in the mid to higher 50s. And a lot of people can go their whole life and never shoot a buck in a 150s. So you really got to keep that in perspective.
Yep. And we were having a conversation. We're listening to a podcast, and one group was talking about the average archery hunter will never shoot a deer over 125 inches.
Yeah, especially out in New York, and you get it. And some of that's changing with genetics and nutrition and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely a different culture out there. That's for sure. I need to say hi to Jessica real quick for Jeff. Good morning, Neil. Thank you for watching this morning. I appreciate that. We're visiting with Brian Knightlinger. Brian's an author. He's a Boone and Crockett Pope and Young scorer out there in PA. Brian, you hang on. I got to take a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Morning, everybody.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations. They have the
Got my first buck picture of the year.
Help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and
Got a little growth going.
Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques and are experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the...
Morning, Ken. How's it going, buddy? You flown that drone yet?
Archery Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week.
I sold Chris and Ken my drone. Now I miss it. I don't think I flew that thing more than 5-6 times. I had it for a year and a half, and as soon as I sell it now, I miss it.
Seller's remorse.
Seller's remorse. Big baby. How's the foot? It hurts, but I'll be okay, Jeff. It's getting better. I tell you what stinks now is I'm walking so cattywampus now. Now my back's messed up because I'm walking high on one end and low on the other. It's not fun. I got yelled at. I crawled out to the woods and put a trail camera up. Wasn't supposed to do that, but I just had to get out of the house. I couldn't stick it anymore.
Well,
Had to get out of the house. Gonna play with it today. There you go. Have fun, man. It's fun to fly. You'll like it. Hey, and I told Chris, Ken, if you crash it or do anything, I've got that extended warranties through September. So just call me if something happens, and you can turn it in through the warranty. Average to 14 to 18 hunters per square mile in PA. Jerry, I believe it, buddy. It's Father's Day. We got some lollipop to do. You're welcome, Ken. Tell Trailer Park he's welcome too. He wears these Fred Flintstone looking golf shirts. He looks like Fred Flintstone. They're like, I don't know how to describe it. Well, here, I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. I'll show you. These are the ugliest shirts I've ever seen. I might have a picture of it. You're not going to believe it when I show you this. If Velvet Antler Technologies comes up, don't play the commercial. Yeah.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel.
Now, was I lying? There he is.
oh, I'd take that anyway. That's a good look.
The Fred Flintstone of Pennsylvania, right there. Chris DePerner, everybody. Look at that. Trailer Park Camo. See? It even says it on his hat. I wasn't making that up.
Imperial RV also features a full service center ready for any repair that your RV.
There you go, buddy. Thank you, Ken.
Finance on site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full service parts department.
There's no way I would wear that shirt.
I think
Andrew would.
Never say yeah. I've already bought it. Yeah.
Andrew would.
Count me in.
He always wears. I gotta watch. Yeah, I gotta watch what I say.
Because he'll come after you too.
Morning, Roger.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I saw a commercial. I was watching women's basketball. Yes, America, I watch women's basketball. I never thought I would ever utter those words, but that little Caitlin Clark has got me watching women's basketball. And you go, girl. You go, girl.
Oh man, I wish everyone could have seen that.
Well, they're seeing it on Facebook Live. You go, girl.
I think everybody who's ever done that in the past is
Yeah.
shamed for you.
Do they? That's all right.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm getting tired of these little cheap shots on that girl.
Yeah.
You know what? I think, you know what? All these other girls are jealous. They're upset because she got all these endorsement deals. And because hey, I will say one thing. All of them ladies on that WNBA or whatever it is, they can shoot. I mean, that Connecticut team and that New York team, they beat Caitlin's team. They bad. I mean, bad. Those girls do not miss. So anyway, yes, I was watching women's basketball and I saw a commercial for Herman's Fine Jewelers. That was a really long way around the barn, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a long-winded way of getting
that
there.
was.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I did. I saw Donnie Herman and I almost teared up a little bit because I missed my friend Donnie Herman. Donnie passed away a couple months ago, and what a man! What a nice man! I never, of all my travels and all my encounters, he was one of the nicest souls I've ever met in my life. And Frank is still there, Donnie is still there, but I'm just gonna miss my buddy Donnie. I just miss him. And when I see him on TV, it just it kind of makes me happy to see him. But I miss my friend. If you're looking for something to make a special memory, Father's Day is tomorrow. They've got stuff for Dad out there. Go check them out. They're at 2900 University Avenue, West Des Moines. You can call them at 222-2600. Yeah, they've got in-store jewelry repair. They've got 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. They can custom jewelry make some stuff for you. That's where I got my elk cross made when I got my elk a couple years ago. Herman's Fine Jewelers, it's the best prices in town. They've been around forever, and the reason is they take care of you, their customers. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you, and go in there and say a little kind thought for Donnie and his family. Will you do that? Because I miss my buddy. 7:27, let's go back to the phones, and we're going to talk to Chris DeMont. Who dressed him? I don't know, Chris. I don't know who dresses that Chris DePerna. I'm telling you. Let's go talk to Brian Knightlinger again. Brian, you still there?
I'm here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Started to do a little spot, and I got on a reminiscent trail, and it took a turn I didn't anticipate, and it took me a while to get a U-turn back. Kind of crazy. Have you ever seen or scored a drop tine in Pennsylvania? Just curious.
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah. It's not very common. But I have scored a few. The PA state record, which we panel scored here a few years back, was actually killed in Erie County, just the county north of me, and gross score was 244 and change.
Wow.
And I was killed. By a gentleman out of Knox, PA. Him and his brother came up to Erie County to hunt. I wrote an article about this in a few years back. The head actually hangs in the one local sporting goods store, and they came up to hunt, and he actually missed it with his gun, with his .06 a few times, and started tracking it, and I ended up shooting it, but never even realized how big of a trophy he had, because he took it home that day. The next day he got shipped off to World War II. The deer got passed around between a bunch of different people and the different bars and this and that and everything else. And in the 70s, the state game commission scored it, and so we panel scored it by request of the wife of the deceased hunter. So we panel scored everything, but yeah, it had a few drop tines and it had stuff going all enormous deer, 244 inches gross, is just crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ohio's got some crazy non-typical stuff going on over there. And so does that right there in the part of Kentucky that touches right there where the Cincinnati. There is a ton of non-typical deer in there too. They got a ton of genetics, and when I was doing seminars out there a few years ago, and I couldn't believe some of the deer these guys were showing me.
Yeah, but there's definitely some freaky stuff out there you can get into with just the older they get and genetics, and they can just start throwing stuff. Sometimes they get damage to one side of their body, and the other side goes all wonky or crazy. So
yeah, Chris DePerna said to tell you hi.
Tell Chris I said hello.
Well, he heard you. I got you on a live stream, so yeah. The fashion guru of Yukon, PA, heard you. Yep, he's awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you, I figured a half an hour would go pretty quick with you, and I didn't really even get to talk to you about your books very much. Tell everybody about the books again one more time.
Yeah, my one book is called 20 Feet Closer to God. It's a 30-day devotional for people who like the outdoors. Then I have a book about gland lore, understanding deer gland lore, how to use it during the year to pattern and inventory deer, and how to use it when you hunt. And then I have Through the Eyes of a Whitetail Fanatic, which is a collection of 30-plus whitetail deer hunting stories from what I've experienced growing up and with my kids. And then again, I have Evolution in Pennsylvania Deer Hunter that my grandfather suggested I write, do a little bit of a historical background about deer hunting in Pennsylvania, since I'm a history teacher by trade. So I figured I'd do that and just do a short little book about that. So those are the four I have out. I have them on my website, and I have them as ebooks as well.
Well, I can't wait for your new one, How to Age Deer and Help with Deer Management Numbers by Sleeping in Your Blind by Chris DePerna. That's going to be a hot seller. Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a page turner right there, you know. Jerry Moyer wants to know, where can they find your books, Brian?
I have them on my website, www.litfoutdoors.com. They're also on Amazon as well. But I self-published them, so I order a bunch of them and just ship them out when people have. Or like I said, the ebook is real nice because everything's in color with the ebook, and people can just keep that and read it on their device.
There you go. Yeah, just look up Brian Knightlinger and you can find it, and it'll pop up. Brian, I look forward to seeing you next year at Chris's.
Yeah, I will be there, and I'll hopefully have some good stories for you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some turkeys for you to score.
Hey, well, we can do that too. There's an easy way to do that.
Absolutely. All right, buddy. You be safe and let me know if you need anything, okay?
Hey, thank you so much, Dan.
I appreciate you, Brian. Thank you. Have a good Happy Father's Day.
Hey, happy Father's Day as well. Thank you.
Thank you. There he goes, Brian Knightlinger. Good fine feller right there. Go get one of his books. Good morning, Daryl in Oklahoma. How's it going, buddy? Good to hear from you. DePerna's I got a little slap in the head emoji there from DePerna.
Of course.
Yeah.
I would too.
Well, you know, the guy's riding on life. He shoots a nice deer last year by accident. You know? And then he, you know, he runs his lips about fantasy football all year, and then he finishes what, third? What are you picking, second or third?
Me? I think third, but
I think so. Chris is picking second. It's Nathan, Chris, and you, the top three.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Good draft picks.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Some of you better be. I'm not going to get too far. I don't want to dive into strategy, but yeah.
I already know what. Well, I would zip it if I were you, because
that's why I'm going to. Right now.
You don't want to get snaked. But anyway, we love Chris DePerna. Everybody loves Chris.
And his wear. You like what he wears.
I don't like the Fred Flintstone
You know,
look.
in the end, you're just jealous of it.
I am a little jealous. I couldn't pull it off like he pulls it off.
He does pull it off real well.
Yeah, I mean, he does. I mean,
although you should still try. It'd be a fun time. I think everyone would have a good
yeah,
time.
I look like Frankenstein walking right now. I can't pull nothing off. Hey, GLM's got a big sale going on. If you spend $1,000 or less, you get a $50 rebate instantly at the store. If you spend over $1,000, you get a $100 rebate. They got a big sale going on. Just tell Dallas. Just say hi to Dallas. Go see him over there in Urbandale off of Douglas, and tell him thanks for supporting the show. Will you do that for me? I tell you what. Let me hit this last break. Let me hit this break, and we'll get caught up. When we come back, I'm going to tell you what Colorado did to all the non-resident bow hunters. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
One more big break after.
Do what?
One more big break.
Yeah, I know. I said it wrong.
Okay.
All good. I get it. It happens.
I'm on 2 hours sleep.
That'll ruin anybody.
I'm telling you. Dan will lose again, just like always. I did lose, but I got 4th place, so I at least got some money back to Perna. See, if you would listen to me once in a while, you could buy you some more Flintstone wear. You could get you a yolk egg golf shirt.
There you go.
Little Barney Rebel wear.
Hey, start patting that and get running with it.
Bunny Rebel wear?
Yeah.
Shame what they did. Who's that, Jeff? Oh, Colorado? Yeah. I don't know what's going on with these states lately. I don't get it. It's just going to make it harder for people. But they didn't do it for the rifle hunters. See, I don't understand that. If it was me and I had the money, I would sue Colorado for discrimination. Because why are rifle hunters still able to buy over the counter, but bow hunters aren't? That's not right. Should be same for. We should get together and do a class action lawsuit. I'm not a litigious person, but stuff like that ticks me off.
Or at a store near you. You worked so hard for that opportunity on the hunt.
I know why it is. They get more rifle hunters than they do bow hunters, and they don't want to miss the revenue. See, so they figured. I bet you. Here's what I bet happened. I bet you somebody in the legislature in Colorado is a rifle hunter, and went out and saw all the bow hunters that were out on the BLM and stuff. And I bet you they got mad and went and did that, because why would you do it for one and not the other? Don't make sense. They should introduce more wolves too. Oh, they don't have a problem with the wolves, Skippy. They got enough wolves out there. It's money, Chris. You're exactly right. Somebody got paid some money to do that. Because I know Paul and Ryan went out there where I got my elk, and Paul's brother got an elk, and there was a lot of people on BLM. I bet you somebody got upset about that and said, "Well, we'll fix that." But you can't have it both. You got to have it fair for everybody. It's Colorado. What do you expect? It's all about the money. Telling you, this close to going into politics, folks. Somebody that's not afraid to say it like it is, that's not going to try to. I'm too old. I'd be in jail. I'd be hitting somebody with a coffee pot. What'd you just say to me? What are you wanting to do? You're an idiot. Telling you, it's ticking me off. Skippy, do you like my hat? I like my hat.
Have you ever been out hunting and starting to do the hard work of breaking down that game you just tagged, only to have your knife fail after you're just trying to take the hide
Not me, because I got a Weeby
Let me
knife.
tell you about a knife that will never let that happen to you. That's Weeby Knives. It's quickly becoming the go-to outdoor knife in the industry. Hey, it's
Is that
Outdoors
not
Dan. I
the
want to
best
tell you about
name?
the
Weeby
exclusive
Knives.
outdoor knives
Who
I've
are
come
you?
across.
Weeby Knives.
Weeby Knives. Have trouble keeping your knife
That's
dry?
ingenious.
That rolls off the tongue.
It does. Weeby Knives, man.
Scalpel blades that make sure you always have a sharp knife.
Weeby
I have
Knives.
a Weeby knife
Weeby
in my
knife.
backpack. That way I know I'm covered no matter what job I need to do. It's gonna be
Yes, nice hat. Thank you, Skippy.
turkey hunting to deer
It's my
hunting,
little hat.
camping. Weeby knives are my go-to in the field. Don't believe me?
I saw Chris DePerna's shop got that 18-inch gearhead. You see that? They posted a picture of it in the just putting it together.
Now that's a knife. Get yours at WeebyKnives.com and tell
Now
them
that's a
Outdoors
knife.
Dan sent you. This is
Why
the
is him
Outdoor
real
Call
bad?
Radio
Now that's a knife.
on Des Moines Sports Leader 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday morning. Happy Father's Day. I've got a big tin of popcorn from Lotta Pop. It's got caramel. It's got kettle. It's got cheese.
Oh, thanks, Dan. I was really looking forward to it.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to give it away right now. If you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, you can call Andrew and wish him Happy Father's Day, and the popcorn's yours. That's all you got to do. Just call 244-1350, 244-1350, and wish Andrew a Happy Father's Day, because he's going to be a daddy again here next couple weeks.
Yeah.
The didies are going to be full. Thank you, Rob. Rob Mountain Man says that's a nice hat. It is a nice hat, Rob. See, it says Gearhead Archery. Yeah.
I can't get much better than that.
Oh, that's a great hat. Morning, Brett. How's it going, buddy? Can't wait to get my Weeby knife, fillet knife. There you go, Jeff. All right, so here's what Colorado did. I got an alert yesterday or the day before, and it said Colorado will stop offering OTC, which stands for over-the-counter, archery tags for elk in 2025. So this is your last year to do that. But here's the thing. It only applies to bow hunters. Now, they're not doing it for rifle hunters. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's right. Yes, I'm a bow hunter. I am a bow hunter until I die. I bleed bow hunting. I do. I have been a fanatical bow hunter for 34 years now. But, I mean, listen, it's not fair and equitable for everybody, then it shouldn't have been done. Somebody got paid off. Somebody, because there are more it's like firearm season's always going to draw more hunters. So if you're having problems with the non-resident hunting, why would you still leave it open there for the bigger numbers, but disrespect or what's the word I'm looking for? Not disadvantage, but shortchange the bow hunters. That's still not the word I'm looking for. It'll pop in my head tomorrow. It's a bunch of barbecue sauce, man. That's BS for you and me. Barbecue sauce. That's all I'm saying. Cookies barbecue sauce. It's not good. So I'm going to write a letter. And I wonder what the Colorado Bow Hunters Association has to say about this, because I bet you they're not happy either. Well, maybe they are. Because I tell you what, here's the thing. I've always said it like this, and I'll probably get some people mad at me, but I think if you go to somewhere, a lot of us go out of state to hunt. We all look forward to going to Kansas or Missouri or Illinois or Wisconsin, Montana, Idaho. We all like to go on somewhere and hunt. But then there's some of us that don't want people to come here to Iowa, and I've had that argument before. And it's like, it's got to be fair and equitable for everybody. If you go out of state and hunt, you shouldn't mind other people coming in within reason to do their hunting. And I'm sorry, elk hunting is I've been 10 times and I've got 2 elk with my bow. You've only got like a 20-something% chance of harvesting an elk with a bow. It's not a high percentage. And I'm just telling you, rifle hunters will take way more elk than bow hunters will. So it's discrimination. Yeah, thank you, Rob. That's what I was looking for. It's discriminatory towards bow hunters. So this needs to be addressed. It does. Must be a rifle hunter who lost a good bow to a bow hunter. Well, that's what I said, Chris. It had to be a legislator that's a rifle hunter, or somebody that got paid by the gun club or something. Because if it was a numbers issue, they should have cut the number of bow permits and the number of rifle permits and made it fair and equitable. So each whatever weapon you're hunting with, each of you got a fair chance at a tag. It should always be fair. See, that's why I'll never make it in politics, because I try to be fair. I'm just telling you, I'm sick of it.
Well,
I'm sick of it, man.
Stop being even. Stop being respectful to everybody.
Well, I'm not. Well, I try to be nice to everybody, but there's sometimes I'd say something I shouldn't say.
Well, Dan, yeah, I mean,
I'm 60, man. It's time to be grumpy.
There's what we should do. We should say, hey, you have to hit a certain mark. You have to be a certain level of grumpiness. Then you can get into politics.
I'm done taking people's crap. I mean, there's no manners anymore. I'm telling you right now, the people in this country that work 40 hours a week, that are fair-minded and have common sense, it's time for us to stand up and say enough's enough. And just put them in their place. See, I'm not really getting political. I'm just making a general statement there. Anyway, all right, my rant's over. I'm not talking politics, Chris. Did I talk politics? I didn't say anything about any Republican or Democrat. I was talking about general decency.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I learned, I promised everybody I wouldn't talk politics, 4 or 5 years ago? And honestly, it's been hard. But I'm trying to keep my promise. I'm just saying, somebody in the Conservation Commission or in the legislature in Colorado, somebody got greased. That's all I'm saying. Midwest Challenge is still going on until the 30th of June. If you haven't downloaded the app, I encourage you to do so and get out and catch some walleyes. You got a chance of winning part of $70,000 in prizes and trips. You might win a trip to Lac Seul Evergreen Lodge in Canada, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. And you're going to get to share a lot of analytical data with a lot of fishing departments all around the country, which we need to make sure our fishery is as good as they can be. Hey, I just did a big push for Weeby Knives. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. That's awesome. What was the push? I didn't see it. I love Weeby Knives, man. Matter of fact, I want to give one away today. Dale, 1947, I have emailed you 3 times. I drew your name, and I have not heard back from you. You got to email me, and I need your address and your cell number if you're going to be the secret listener. Folks, if you send me those screenshots and I send you an email saying I need your address, your shipping address, and all that, that means you won. So I need an email back. I didn't announce the winner last week because I had a guy named Lindell. I think it was Lindell Olson. I never heard back from him either. If I email 2 or 3 times, I'm done. I'm not going to chase you to give you a prize. Is that grumpy? I don't think that's grumpy.
No, I think that's
it annoys
I think that's
me.
fair.
I think so too. I mean, if I draw the name, I'm really good about saying, hey, you're this week's winner. I need your address, or you want a prize.
Well, and yes, if you're gonna pay attention to take part in the drawing, to take part in all that, then you should pay attention enough to your email.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, go get that MyCatch app and take part of the Walleye Challenge while you still got time. There's still prizes to be had. Game Hide has big bundle packs going on, 45% off. Ray's Marine up in Grand Rapids, Minnesota's got big sale and rebates going on. If you want to get a boat, go up to Ray's Marine in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. They'll save you a ton of money. And I need to take a break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hi, this is your old friend.
I be Dan with Weeby Knives. There you go. Invites and exposures. Thanks, Chris. Oh, you know what? I did see that, Chris, on Facebook. I did. Oh. Well, Skippy Peterson, man. He's building me a machine that's going to make me so happy this fall. It's a 24-inch carbon pivot bow. And I can't wait because even though my leg is messed up, I can still shoot downstairs. And I'm going to be shooting, trust me. Actually, I was thinking about that. And then Rob Mountain Man, hey, I don't want to make the announcement. I'm going to let him make the announcement. But there is a major hunter that is joining the ranks at Gearhead, and it's going to be amazing. So Skippy and I talked to him this week, and I was actually on the call. And yeah, there's some exciting things happening. The Keystone Experience boys are going to be shooting Gearhead. Yeah, go over to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, Iowa. Mark's got a few gearheads you can shoot over there, and hey, if you're looking for a new bow, just make it part of the conversation, right? But you're going to love that bow. You're going to be amazed how smooth and dead in the hand it is for you, and it packs a punch. It's a good bow. And then in PAA, you can always go to Creek Archery and talk to the Trailer Park Wonder and tell him you'd like to test drive a gearhead. Skippy, did you send him a test bow yet? If Chris doesn't have a bow, he'll be getting one shortly. I haven't heard from Chris lately. Chris, you still on here? Chris bought my bow, my Disruptor 24, when Skip and I were out there. I gave him a heck of a deal. I didn't get the money, Skippy did. Just sent thousands of invites at $7.50. Well, there you go, Chris. That's awesome of you, man. Good for you. In the mail. Skippy Peterson said that is in the mail. I'm here, buddy. Chris, you hear that? Your Gearhead sample bow is in the mail. I expect 10 bows out of you this year, Chris. You know, if you treat Skippy right, he'll even get you some of those horrendous golf shirts, man. Skippy's going, Dan, what are you talking about?
He started building handcrafted calls in 2016, so he knew he could make the right call when it mattered. Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls are made of beautiful woods, from walnut to hickory. Todd uses the best crystal, glass, slate, and aluminum.
Well, you should have seen this call that Todd made. Todd from Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls. I don't know if I still got this, but he made a custom call. He sent me a picture of it. I don't have it anymore. It was absolutely beautiful. What he did with that soundboard was amazing. You can say what you want about Todd Rupert, but he can make some calls.
You can't say much bad about him.
Morning, Rick.
I'm a fan of him, and I haven't met him as long as you have.
Who, Roop? Roop's a good guy.
At the Deer Classic, yeah, man, it was fun just to be
Hawaiian golf shirts. Oh, he'd be all over that. Don't worry, Skippy Peterson. We both know Dan is off his rocker.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I'm off my rocker, Japerna.
A truer statement has never been said.
Yeah, I got so much common sense coming out of me. I'm oozing common sense, buddy. I squish when I walk because I got so much common sense oozing out of me. Oh, is he? He text you? Boy, I tell you, it's nice when the people call and tell you they're too busy to do the show. Oh, Todd Rupert said tell you thank you. Oh, Rupert's he's sneaky watching us. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls. Their turkeys are so good, even non-hunters appreciate the craftsmanship. Well, that's what Andrew just said.
That's good.
Yeah, I liked it. You know, the best compliment I've ever got doing the show for 27 years, I got people that listen to the show that don't even hunt and fish. They just like the show. I always took that as a great compliment.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're doing something of entertainment value.
Absolutely. Yeah. Boy, I can't wait for Grunt Call Karaoke this year. Because, we got something special coming up. Grunt Call Karaoke this year is going to be like you've never heard it before. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man, leaving us in suspense. I sure like that.
Oh, there you go, Todd. Unless you're sleeping in a blind. Yeah, that's right, Ken. Yeah, Chris is usually on it. You know what? What's that Super? Was it Super 8 hotels? We'll leave the light on for you.
Super 8.
Yeah, Chris's motto is, "Come on in and sleep in the blind. We'll leave the flap open for you."
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
The outdoor version is.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, soon to be sold at Creek Archery. We'll leave the flap open for you. T-shirts.
Oh yes.
Little ground blind with the flap open, little Z's coming out of the window. Yeah. Nobody does it better than Chris.
I tell you, you better start. You gotta get into a different business too. You know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I got $1 million ideas.
You know what? And so far, I think you.
Is it really 7:55 already?
Yes.
Holy kidding! That's crazy.
I know.
I was going to do the Sportsman's Warehouse Ray's Marine Fishing Reports, brought to you by the Bay Caddy, Trika Fishing, Ray's Sports Marine in Grand Rapids, but I don't have time now. I'll have to do it next hour after our interview.
Well, we got like an.
Unless you're sleeping in the blind. Oh, I like it. Kenny Reese likes that. See, Ken's on it, man. Those T-shirts. Yeah, and I still want my mic drop shirt, Ken. Don't forget to get me one of those. That was a good shirt. I like that T-shirt. Yeah. Well, oh, Chris, man. Chris DePerna. Ken, I thought we were buddies. Partnering up with Dan is against me.
Partnering up with Dan is against me.
Hey, we're just being honest.
Oh, that was good.
We'll get you one made. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. See, at least one nice person, is in that crew.
I think there's multiple.
Well, no, there's a lot of great guys, but you got DePerna.
They do want to. They do dog on you.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. It is what it is. All right, we're going to be back with Mr. Ron Hedberg from Trika Fishing, and I haven't heard back from him, so I hope he's not fishing a tournament somewhere. Anyway, we're going to try and establish communicato, and when we come back, we'll fry those fish and get into some more stuff. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Don't forget Megan. Oh, we don't forget Megan.
No way.
Megan's the brains of the business. No offense, Ken. You're analytically you're there too, buddy. I'm just trying to figure out what Chris's role in the whole thing is. DePerna, we need to draft. Let's throw everybody back and redraft. Start over.
God, Dan, you just want that number one pick. That's all you want.
I don't want to pick number one. I'd be happy with 4, 5, 6. I don't care.
How about last?
I'd be happy picking 10. You get 2 picks in a row.
All right. How about 7th? All right, 7th it is.
She gets it from her dad. Now, see, I'm not going to say because you and I are buddies. If we weren't buddies, I've had something to say about that. I'd say don't insult the girl. But I'm not going to say that. It's tomorrow's Father's Day.
Oh, that's funny.
He will want to change it, trust me. His colors, his things. Shut up, Rupert. You big old red-headed, bearded scratch.
I think that doesn't count because I don't know.
No, here's the thing. I called Rupert yesterday. Rupe, what are you doing? Hey, I just had an epiphany because Rupe's got this other thing coming out, right? So I said a rust-colored T-shirt with that logo would pop, and I get the typical response from Rupert: black and gray, Dan. Black and gray, Dan. Yeah, I got that logo is going to pop on black and gray, Dan. Todd, I'm trying to get you into lifestyle mode. People want a little color. You want people to see that shirt and it pops. Now see, I've already proven my theory because I got some hoodies made this year, and he had like 100 people. Where can I get that hoodie that Dan's wearing? See, I went and got him made myself because he wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you, black's awesome. It looks great in the blind. It's slimming. I got black on right now. But sometimes you want a little color. You want. Esteperna, he knows all about that. He wears colors all the time. Or blaze orange, chartreuse. Trying to think what the pink is there. What's huh? Fuchsia. Yeah. Fuchsia. He loves fuchsia.
Just like me, and you'll love fishing for walleye. Make sure not to miss out on this amazing opportunity. Sign up today. KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350.
Oh, Skippy Peter's going to have a Packers bow. He's got autographs from a whole bunch of Packer players, including Jordan Love. Oh, Andrew liked that. Andrew might be buying a bow, Skippy. All right, welcome to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Gearhead Archery up in Madison, Wisconsin, the home of the Packer bow. That's right, if you're a Green Bay Packers fan, Skippy's got a bow you can look at. I don't think he's going to sell it though, because he had a whole bunch of the team. He had like 4 or 5 guys buy Gearhead bows, and they all signed autographs, and so he made a green and yellow Gearhead bow, and I'm sure that's going to stay at the factory. But he's all proud of that because he's a big Packer fan. He's a cheesehead, like Andrew.
Yes, just like me.
Just like Andrew. Aren't you a Packers fan?
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys. Anyway. So go check out Gearhead Archery. The shootability of that, accountability, the adjustability. You can hold it accountable. I don't think Skip would have a problem with that. He wants to have his bows accountable. No, they are one of the most adjustable bows out there that you can shoot, and you can hold it accountable. Yes, you can. GearheadArchery.com. Check it out. All right, Andrew is trying to establish communications for our guest. While he's doing that, I'm going to give you the fishing reports. Black Hawk Lake. Water temperatures are in the low 70s. Water levels are about 4 inches above the spillway. Water clarity is about 4 to 5 feet. Black crappie bite is fair. Bluegill are fair. Largemouth bass are good.
See that number again.
Right. Walleye are fair. Brushy Creek, black crappie bite is fair. Fine crappie near submerged structure in 5 to 10 feet of water. Fish are up 5 inches to 13 inches. Gills are good. Largemouth bass are good. Walleye are fair. Yellow perch are slow. Clear Lake water level is 2.7 inches over crest. Water temperature is in the low 70s. Water clarity is 34 inches. The fish cleaning station at the McIntosh access is open. Black crappie bite is slow. Catfish are fair. Bass are good. Walleye are fair. Yellow bass are fair. East Okoboji lake level is at 1.6 feet above crest. Walleye season is open. Black crappie bite is good. Gills are good. Largemouth bass are fair. Yellow perch are good. Walleye and Ingram Lake are fair. Silver Lake, the lake level is at 8 inches over crest. Walleye bite is good. Bite has been hit or miss, but has been very good when the bite is on. Spirit Lake, lake level is 1.3 feet over crest. Walleye season is open. Black crappie bite is good. Anglers are finding good quality size fish, biting on most anything. Gills are fair. Walleye are good. Yellow perch are good. West Okoboji Lake level is 1.7 feet above crest. Walleye season open there. Black crappie bite is good. Gills are good. Pumpkin seed is good. Walleye are fair. Yellow perch are fair. Sorting may be needed. Yellow River Watershed Lake is the main boat ramp is in. Gills are fair. Bass are fair. Walleye, they're catching walleye up to 22 inches with jigs ticked with a night crawler along the roadbed on our creek channels. 3 Mile Lake. Lake level is 8 feet above normal pool. Walleye are slow. Use twister tails or crankbaits along the dam to catch walleyes of all size. 12-mile docks around the main boat ramp. I can't talk this morning. Black crappie bite is slow. Gills are good. Largemouth bass are fair. They're catching bass up to 19 inches with jigs on finesse plastics along the rocky shorelines. Big Creek, black crappie bite's good. They're catching gills in 5 feet of water or less with crawlers or leeches under a float. Walleye are fair. Crawlers, leeching, jigging, trolling, bottom bouncers, crankbaits, all producing fish in 5 to 15 feet of water. And there is your fishing report for the week. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody for doing that. I think Andrew's got our guest on the line. Let's go check in. We're going to talk a little fishing with Trika rods with Mr. Hang on. What'd you do with my sheet? You got my sheet?
Yeah, I got
Give me my sheet back. Mr. Ron Hedberg. And we'll see what Ron's up to this morning. Hi, Ron. How's it going?
Great. How are you guys doing?
You know, for a Saturday morning in Iowa, we're not doing too bad. Where are you at today?
I'm actually just sitting outside my cab
Hey, good for you.
south of Superior, Wisconsin. There. Yeah,
Oh, you're in God's country, buddy.
we are. We wish for rain early on, and it just keeps coming and coming. And we got a couple nice days here, and then it looks like about 10 straight days of rain. So.
Yeah, we had a spell of that in Iowa for a while. We actually got out of the drought. We had so much rain. We've had a drought for like 2 years, and we got pummeled this spring. So I feel your pain. I want to get out there and fish and chase stuff in the woods. That's for sure, right?
Yeah, correct.
So I wanted. We got Tyson got you booked on the show. You did. Did you get my? I sent you a message or a voicemail yesterday. Did you get that?
I did. Really spotty.
Yeah.
And I didn't the reception until late last night. And I'm like, oh, I forgot I got that in the morning.
Yeah. You're breaking up. You're breaking.
Now?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. You got a high spot you can step on real quick?
Yeah, that's one of the best spots.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You're still cutting out. We're gonna try and call you back and see if we can get a better cell real quick, Ron, okay?
Okay.
All right, Andrew will call you right back. Hang on. All right, well, he's doing that. Let me talk to you about Father's Day. Father's Day is tomorrow, so if you're still looking for a last-minute gift, I'm going to give you a couple options, okay? So if you are looking for flex fletch, if your dad likes to shoot a bow, we all need fletchings, and I would look at the Silent Knights or the 2.0 Pros. Flex Flex, you can use my discount code. It's OCR20. OCR20. Norlander, if you're a veteran, you can use the code VETERANS10. 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 Soldier Boy Jerky has got a deal going on. I think it's 20% off. They got, if you use Outdoors Dan, that'll get you 20% off. Nick says nil. John, what's going on? Good morning. Jeff, stay cool, everybody. Rick Seeker, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. Let's see. Weeby Knives, if you want to get your dad a Weeby knife, the code is OutdoorsDan15. OutdoorsDan15 will get you a discount on a Weeby knife. So there you go.
So far, so good.
All right, Andrew's got Ron back on. Let me see if we can get him back on here so we can talk a little Trika Fishing this morning. Ron, are you there, buddy?
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay,
Let's talk Trika.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds better. You know, I got Tyson got a hold of me a couple years ago. We've been promoting Trika here on all the radio shows, and I've been fishing. I'm 60. I've been fishing since I was probably 4 or 5 years old. So I've been fishing for quite a spell. Now I'm not a pro. I'm an average fisherman or angler at best, but I've been doing it for a long time. And one of the fish that gives me the fits is walleye, Ron. I have lost more walleye because I thought I was hitting bottom, and it's actually the fish getting on my jig and my minnow. My whole world changed when Tyson sent me my first Trika rod. I could not believe the sensitivity and the feel of those rods. It's flat out amazing.
It is. And that was our goal right from the beginning. What we want to do, we're up here obviously in middle walleye country here, and we knew we could make a better product. That's why we put so much into our R&D with Trika, and honestly, it not only has it's kind of what we've been hearing a lot from avid walleye fishermen is that they're actually feeling something different that they've never felt before.
Right.
They're actually feeling the walleye sucking in their lures, and they never felt that before. They feel that, and they said they've actually kind of had to teach themselves, hesitate just a little bit because they're feeling that, and they're ripping it thinking that, he's on, but he's just sucking it in and then, determining, hey, am I going to take this or am I going to spit it out? And, it's that sensitive.
Yeah.
And like I said, that was our goal from the beginning was we knew we could do it, and we've done it with all of our truly make something that is beneficial to the consumer.
Well, and I don't know of any rod company out there that'll let you use a fishing rod for 364 days and then decide if you decide you just don't want it, you can return it. But you got a 364-day trial period to do that. I mean, I don't know anybody that confident in their product, and I'm just telling you, I think you guys are changing the industry as far as rods. They're not the most expensive, but as far as on the performance level and sensitivity, I would put those rods. I just got rid of my Fenwicks, and what was the other ones I had? I had some St. Croix, and I basically gave away to a buddy of mine. I said, I'll never use these again.
We hear that story daily, multiple times, and we appreciate it. We love it. I mean, we are just absolutely, loving all of our responses and our reviews that we get back. I want to thank all of our, customers out there because they're loving it as much as, we were when we were getting into this whole project.
Yeah.
And, seeing what the outcome is. And for, our 365-day return, we had to do that because, we're direct to consumer. We knew we had this product and we knew they were going to love it, but we still wanted them to, determine that for themselves. So give them ample amount of time to fish the rod, make sure it was the rod for them, and if it's not the power action that they were expecting, you can exchange it for free and get that rod that you want, because they do feel a little different. They fish a little different, but you learn to love it really, really quick. And not only are they trying to determine if they want this rod in that year period, they're most of them, almost a lot of them, in our data shows us, are returning and buying more.
Well, here's how good your rods are. I go up to Lake Winnebagosh up in Minnesota as much as I can every year. Now I'm kind of sidelining right now because I tore my Achilles tendon and I got my left leg. I'm in a knee boot all the way to my knee. So I got a brand new fishing boat in my garage. I got 2 months ago, and I can't even get in my boat to go break the motor in. So it's killing me right now.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ron, it's taken everything I have not to crawl in there and go, but I can't because anyway, when I go up to Winnie, the guy that I go fishing with is my bear guide, and Gary Peck is probably one of the best anglers I've ever met in my life. That's not a professional. He always gets me on fish, and I mean, we go to, it doesn't matter where we go, Lake of the Woods, if we go on Winnie, Red Lake, Cass, Leech, wherever. I mean, he's always on fish. So I took my Trika rods, and I don't know if you heard this story or not. I'll tell you a quick story, but it's funny, but it's not. So I get up there, and I got 2 rods in the boat with me, and I'm fishing. And Gary, I had the boat out by myself, and I already had the numbers where to go from the previous trip up. So Gary calls me and tells me he's there. So I go to the dock, reel in. I go to the dock, pick him up. We go back out to where we were fishing in the weed line. And long story short, I'm just sitting there going, man, I'm telling you, man, look at that. He goes, are you feeling that through the weeds? I said, yeah, I can feel everything. I went down to 6 pound and 7 pound or 6 or 8. I think it was 6 pound mono. But I mean, the sensitivity, Ron, was just off the hook. I mean, it was just, I could feel everything on that rod. So we're just sitting there fishing, and I let him hold it, and he goes, man, I can't believe that. He gave it back to me, and we're drifting. And next thing I know, I hear something behind me, and I look over, the game warden's coming in, right? So he goes, hey, fellas, I need to check your license and everything. Can you go ahead and just put your rod down and give me your thing? So I said, sure. So I just reach over, I put my rod down, I reach over, I grab my license permit, I go, there you go, officer, and I hear something go, ching, and I just turn my head and see my Trika going into the water. And I had a fish hook up, and he pulled it right over the boat. And I looked at Gary looked at me, and I looked over at the game warden, and I said, thanks a lot. He goes, well, I've got live scope. I'll go find it for you. He didn't even go look. I said, yeah, thanks, officer. So I'm crying because I just put a brand new reel on it the night before too, Ron, to put insult to injury. So anyway, so Gary was out there all summer trying to find that rod because he wanted it. And
Yep.
yeah, and then so anyway, long story short, right after that happened, I hooked a 29-inch and I hooked a 27.5-inch walleye. Got him into the boat, took pictures, let him back go and stuff, and we always catch fish up there. So he goes, I can't tell you, Dan. That I am so impressed. And his son owns a bait store up there, and
Okay.
so he's always getting rods and everything else. He goes, that's the best rod. I go, here you go, Gary. So I gave him my other rod. So I had to come back to Iowa without both of my trikas, and I came back home. The first thing I did is I ordered 2 more rods.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, but I'm just telling you, even the guys that are fishing every day on these great fisheries, if you put a trika in your hand, they want it.
Yeah, yeah, and we have a lot of guides, helping us out, from the beginning of this. We put this in different guides around the country, getting their feedback, and we make adjustments and feedback. I mean, there's so much of that until you get it dialed in, and it's nice because a lot of these guys are so educated and knowledgeable, and just talking to them, getting their feedback, and then they kind of feel like they're part of it too, and they get excited, and kind of working together. We actually take that information seriously. We did that. For every show that we go to, all of our reviews we get back. We listen to all our consumers, and and look at what's being demanded right now, and I'm excited. Let the Trika world know we got a lot of new SKUs coming out very soon here. We've listened to a lot of people and said, hey, I wish you had this, and you start seeing all the same demand for it. And we're like, yeah, we should probably do that. So we've got ultralights coming out. We got some new light ones. We got some 2-piece rods coming out very soon, and also reels. We're venturing out. We've been years in the R&D on that also at the same time, running parallel with that. And our bait casting reels are going to be out very soon. So for that, probably within the next couple months, and they are unbelievable. Like I said, we put the same amount of effort, create new technologies and everything into everything we do. So it's going to be really exciting. And then our spinning reels probably going to be later this year into early next year. And we just got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline here that we're really excited about.
Yeah, and I didn't hear about that, but are the 2-piece and stuff, or the reels. But Tyson did tell me that the ice fishing world is going to be very happy pretty soon.
Oh man, yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
It's weird to be thinking about ice fishing this time of year, but when you're looking at making products, this is when you do that.
Yeah.
So in the previous ice years and stuff, getting that all dialed in, it takes time to make a great product. It takes a lot of time and effort and resources to get there. And a lot of it is just all these materials that come out. Every year there seems to be new material. It's kind of like electronics. Everything just keeps getting better and better, and staying on top of that, because there's just materials available today that weren't available 5 years ago. And a lot of times maybe the materials are there, but the processing isn't quite there yet. It's got this great material. What can we do with it? Well, it takes a while to develop all that. And so we research a lot of that stuff. We experiment a lot. We're on top of all that because there's no one putting that kind of effort here, at least in the States. Maybe over in Japan, because they it's a very big deal to them over there, and they love making high end stuff, and we kind of wanted to mimic that here in the States, and just make extremely high end products using the latest, greatest materials, and that truly benefit the consumer, and you're seeing that now with all of our current products.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, everybody. I mean, we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and Ron, I've never heard. I had not one complaint. So, and I mean, once you get that rod in your hand and you experience that, all the way through that rod is carbon, all from the tip to tip. It's all carbon, and that you just will not believe the sensitivity. Everybody always used to say cork was the way to go because that was the most sensitive and it was comfortable in your hand. Wait till you put that carbon in your hand on that handle, and every little sensitivity or vibration you're going to feel it, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah, and that handle, that's our handle, and it took us honestly quite a while to get there because just slightly alterations to the ergonomics of it.
Yeah.
Where you got to go fish it a lot. Let's make a slight change here, and then even to the point of the material, the resin content in it, all of that, to where we got the right feel, where you got the right amount of texture there for grip, but it's not too smooth where you feel like it's slippery. It feels great when your hands are wet. You still got all that extra grip. So it takes a while to get there. That handle was actually my baby for 2 years working on that, getting that dialed in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say the same thing. They're like, man, everything I have is cork, but I'll give it a try. And then after a day, they're like, this feels amazing.
Well, I'm like I said, I just gave all my, and I had good rods. I'm not missing any more fish than I have to, and I don't go fishing unless I got a Trika. I believe in it. Even Chris at the Pines Resort up on Lake Winnie, when he fishes, he guides, and he owns the resort there. When I let him play with my rod and he got to cast it out and feel that, he goes, "What do I got to do to carry these here at the resort?" I said, here's Tyson Owens. Here's Tyson's number. Call him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets a lot of those calls.
Oh yeah.
Tyson is unbelievable. He is just such an asset to our team. He handles all that stuff, and he handles it very, very well.
Oh, yeah. You got a good guy there, Ron. He does a good job. 8:21 and some change. Ron, hang on real quick. I got to hit a break. I'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. So, for all you guys watching on the thing, if you like to fish, I'm going to do a thing for Father's Day. Here's what I'm going to do. Today is June 15th. June 15th. If you go to baitcaddy.com and buy a bait caddy and send me a copy of the receipt at outdoorsdan@mac.com, I'll put you in a drawing for a Trika fishing rod. I'm going to give a fishing rod away. And I'm just telling you, if you like to fish, you're going to want this rod. So that's a couple $100. I think it's $200 or $300 rod. I'm going to try and help out Bob at the Bait Caddy, and you're going to love that. That's a Bait Caddy system you can use open water or ice fishing, and you can use it in your live well to separate your leeches and your minnows, whatever. I'm going to use it when I get on the water. But anyway, go to baitcaddy.com, buy a Bait Caddy, send me a copy of the receipt, and I'll put you in the drawing. I can't imagine more than 20, 25 people are going to do this, so your odds of winning are going to be pretty good. Okay, so there you go. I haven't even told this on the air yet. You got the live scoop on the stream. I'll probably do that for 2 weeks. So that'll give me the chance to talk about it on Wednesday, and then next Saturday, and then probably after that we'll draw a winner. BaitCaddy.com. I'm going to give away an ice fishing trip. We're already doing the fishing contest right now. If you listen to the app, I'm giving away a 3-day, 4-night stay at the Pines up on Lake Winnie. And the winner of that gets a Trika fishing rod, gets a Grizzly cooler, a task of boots or waders, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm already doing that. You got to listen Monday through Friday and send me a screenshot of a show and put you in a drawing. And we'll draw the winner of that in August. June, July, August. Yep. And that'll be for you to use in September or October when the fishing's really good. And then when November gets here, I'm gonna give away an ice fishing trip up there for a couple days. So I'll see if I'll put a Trika ice fishing rod in there if they're out.
FlexFletch offers a variety of colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use.
Pretty fun. I got hunting trips to give away this year. Fishing trips. Somebody's going to win a Kansas whitetail hunt. Somebody's going to win a Missouri whitetail hunt. We got a lot of stuff to do this year.
Go to your local dealer or flexfletch.com. FlexFletch, proudly made in the USA. Based
Flex
out of
Fletch.
Minnesota.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer wants it. You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations.
There you go, Jeff. Good to see you, buddy.
Each year at Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was
It is hot.
So if you get lucky,
It was hot yesterday.
good locker, try the Milo Locker.
I'm ready for fall, man. As soon as turkey season's over, let's go to the fall.
6231.
Gotta have the summer.
No, we don't have to have summer.
Something we look forward to all week.
You only want summer because you're off for 3 months.
I like summer because it has baseball.
What?
Best sport out there.
Never heard of it.
Trika rods are
That's
scientifically
good.
proven to be more sensitive with their unique weave design, as much as 2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trika casting performance will give you up to 26% longer cast to keep your bait in the strike zone longer. Trika knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer and let you feel the bite better without putting the bite on your wallet. Trika rods are significantly less than other high-end rods available. They offer a 1-year, no questions asked guarantee. Trika rods can be returned for any reason up to 1 year after purchasing. They
You what?
also come with a limited lifetime
one more spot
warranty.
left
If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trika
What's everybody doing for Father's Day? I don't know what I'm doing.
If you're
College
an
World
archer,
Series is
you know
going
how
on in
important the
Omaha.
feel and performance of a
So?
bow is on your ability to
Great
send that
chance for you
arrow
to get
where
out
it
on
needs to
Father's
go.
Day and
Not
enjoy
all
the best
bows are
sport
made
on
the
earth.
same,
I'd
and that's
rather watch The
especially
View.
true when it comes to Gearhead. Gearhead bows are made in the USA and feature models that
Ow.
are compact, quiet, and lightweight. These bows maneuver
That's
extremely
harsh,
well.
Dan.
That is harsh. That's a harsh thing.
If you're a saddle
man, them
hunter,
are fighting
Gearhead is
words.
definitely a bow you need to check out. Gearhead bows are engineered to be ahead of the game on the newest tech available out there. Gearhead shoots for 100% customer satisfaction every day. They are constantly looking at ways to keep Gearhead bows
I have
quiet,
nothing for that.
deadly
I have no
accurate,
comeback.
and affordable.
There's
So when you're looking for your next hunting partner, head over to your nearest dealer like Archery Field and Sports in
Well,
Altoona,
10
Iowa,
seconds.
or go
That's all I
online to
can say.
www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead. Shop online at gearheadarchery.com or locally at Archery Field and Sports
Rob
in
said
Altoona.
baseball is the best sport, Andrew.
There you go.
Mountain Man said.
Mountain Man, go. Yeah, rock it.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. We're visiting with our friend Ron from the big company of Trika. He's up there in his cabin watching the sun, listening to the loons. You hear the loons crying?
I did last night. I haven't yet this morning. It's one of my favorite sounds, so I can just listen to that for hours.
I'm telling you what,
The only sounds I'm hearing right now are mosquitoes. They've just been horrendous this year.
yeah, you know, I always say the state bird in Minnesota is the mosquito.
Oh, man, with all this rain we've gotten, it's the worst I've ever seen it up here.
Yeah. Fourth Arrow camera arms are Windscent, WYNDSCENT. They got a little deal now. It's called an e-thermal unit. They've got citronella pads that fit in there, and they actually work really, really good, Ron, if you ever want to get some relief from them critters.
Yeah, usually every year I try and get something, and try the new latest and greatest and see what works. And there's a few things. It comes down to that wind. A little bit of breeze, and
You're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drive me nuts. Well, I got to tell you, we've been, like I said, we've just been so excited with everything. I'm looking forward to seeing the ice fishing stuff come out, and I just hopefully by 1st of August I can get up to Lake Winnebagosh and start fishing for some wallies. It's going to be. I got everything ready to go. I got all my rods ready to go, and if you had one thing to tell somebody, Ron, as far as walleye gear, And you guys, you have rods for every kind of fish. I mean, it's just not walleyes, but I like
Right.
that's my favorite thing to fish for. But if you could ask one or tell somebody one thing to look for, is it length? Is it the medium? Is it the fast? What's the best thing to do for a walleye rod?
Well, it comes down to so many things. Obviously the technique. There's a lot of guys that love Lindy rigging. They love jigging. A lot of guys love trolling, walleye. There's just all these different techniques.
Well, let's just keep it jigging with a minnow.
I'll tell you right now, our 7-foot medium fast is the number one. Some people like the 6'10", some people like the 7'6". They're all right there. But that medium fast is a great all-around rod. It's spectacular for crappie also. But you've had guys that they stake in a big pike, muskie. They're saying, man, this rod just handled it great. So I'd like to say our rods they're a lot more universal than you'd expect, because when you get them, they do they feel a little bit more rigid, more stiff, but they're not. It's deceiving, but they have an incredible backbone to it, and that added backbone, the secondary flex we call it, is there when you need it. So these rods, you can get light. That light action is really great for that walleye. That tip. When you're just do your hook set, that tip just performs perfectly. And then the nice thing is with Trika rods that we hear all the time is people say the rod truly does the work.
Yeah.
Keeps the fish swimming towards you. It doesn't allow the fish to really move you around really extra fast. That fish can pull and turn their head and want fun. Where this it absorbs all that and just right at you and all the time. They're like I've never before.
Yep. Mike Weinkoff, it kind of echoes your sentiment there on the rod length and stuff. That's his favorite combo too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take your advice. Hey, Ron, I'm going to let you go. I got to hit another quick break. If someone wants more information about Trika on deals going on, or just all the qualitative, what's the best place for them to go?
Well, if you go to the website, Trika.com, you can sign up there. A little pop-up will come up. You can just put in your information, and you'll receive all our latest stuff. Because being direct to consumer, our customers are everything, and we stay engaged with them all the time, letting them know what's new coming. If they're having any specials, deals, anything like that. We're trying to keep people informed on our ambassadors and pro staff and how they're doing out in the tournament world and stuff like that. So we like to stay engaged with them, so they can just put in their information right there, and they'll get emails and stuff like that. And feel free to contact us anytime. Like I said, you'll talk to Tyson, and he's very knowledgeable, great to talk to. And Trika.com, check us out.
All right. When I get the minnow bucket on the water, I'll be sending you guys some pictures.
Great. Thank you, Dan.
No, thank you for everything. We appreciate you, Ron. You go enjoy your weekend, and thanks for the time this morning.
Thank you very much.
There he go. There he goes, Ron Hedberg from Trika. What a nice guy. I wish I was up on a cabin on a lake right now, fishing.
I know. I told him beforehand. It's like, oh man, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
But also, not a great spot.
Morning, Scotty Mueller. So during the break, I told everybody on the live stream we're going to do a little contest for Father's Day. Starting today, if you go to baitcaddy.com, BAITCADDY, and buy a bait caddy, it's got to be dated today or later. I will put you in a drawing for a brand new Trika walleye rod. So all you got to do is buy yourself a bait caddy, send me a copy of the receipt dated June 15th or later. We'll do this until we'll do it 2 weeks. So give you a couple days to do it. We're going to do it for Father's Day. So you can give Dad the receipt for the bait caddy and say, "Here's your bait caddy, it's coming." And you might be getting a brand new, beautiful all carbon Trika walleye rod courtesy of the Outdoor Call Radio and Trika Fishing. So just do that, baitcaddy.com, buy yourself a bait. The bait caddy system is going to be something, if you fish open water or if you fish ice fishing, you're going to want that anyway. It's one of the best bait systems out there. It's got, if you go to baitcaddy.com, just go look at it. It's got clear UV shatter resistant glass, fiberglass. It's got a flotation ring. It's made to fit into an right into the ice hole if you're ice fishing, where it won't submerge, it won't let it go down, so you're not going to lose your bait. You can use it in your live well to keep your leeches or minnows separated from, if you got different baits in there, or just keep your minnows separated from your walleye or your crappie, whatever you got in the live well waiting to get cleaned. It's a great system. It's made in Minnesota, and Bob Leeper does a great job. It'll be the last bait system you need to buy. baitcaddy.com, and you just might snag yourself a Trika fishing rod. Hey, it's 8:35 and some change. I'll be right back. Well, you know what? Before I go, let me tell you about Smokin' Joe Smelter. Is he fishing today? No. Is he getting ready for Father's Day, cleaning the grill? No. Did he go into the Milo locker to pick up some tomahawk steaks? No. He's at Carl Chevrolet taking care of customers. He's so busy he can't even do the show right now. So Joe, if I was calling Joe, I'd say, Joe, how you doing this morning? He'd say, I'm doing good, Dan. I'm here at Carl Chevrolet, and I got customers lined out through the parking lot. It's amazing to me that that people come out to Orlable Road as much as they do when they're kicking the tires on the new vehicle. Yeah, you know, Joe, it's because I've been telling everybody not to go anywhere else except you go to Carl Chevrolet and talk to Smokin' Joe Smelter, because I always get a smoking kind of deal. Do they make catfish rods? Rod, they make anything you want. The deals, the rebates, the trade-in values, the service after the sale, nothing beats Carl Chevrolet. That's why you're going to be their dealer for life. Well, thank you, Dad. It's just always good to see the ability to go and make people's lives different. And, you know, it always makes me sleep better at night when I know that I've saved... How did I get into an Irish? When I know that I'm saving people money... It's like that big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, Dan. The leprechauns are going to be jumping all over the place. Well, Joe, I don't know how we got into Ireland, but that'll work. Yeah. I don't know what the first voice was. Yeah.
Kind of like almost Yoda, but oh my God, like a hillbilly Yoda.
I don't know. Go if you're in the vehicle mode for a new or just newer to you. Go see Joe Smelter at Carl Chevrolet, and he'll always say, "Hey, what's your name?" Right there, Carl Chevrolet. All right, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Oh, you gotta do that. That's hilarious. Yeah, you started out as like a southern.
Never did. I always take care of them customers.
And then you ended up in
Ireland. I don't know what's going on. Ireland, whatever.
Oh, that was good.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Feed your lawn. Oh my gosh. We gotta get a camera in front of you more often.
They offer first responders and military discounts every day.
Ah,
So if you need help at home or work getting things back to normal, or cleaning up after the pet when they make a mistake, pick up the phone and call 319-400.
Jesse, I need to call you. I gotta get my carpets clean, buddy.
400-6921. Or look them up on Facebook at Richard Remediation.
Richard Remediation, call him. He did my carpets last year. They were amazing.
Richard Remediation and Cleaning, or call 319-400-6921.
He's an Ankeny. He does a great job. Good guy.
See his straight line, but just can't figure him out.
Just can't figure him out.
Pure Whitetail can help you see the deer.
Oh, man.
Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer sense.
Rob's going to go shoot a 3D shoot, huh? There you go. Take Chris with you, Rob. He'll blind everybody with them bright shirts. They won't be able to shoot. You'll win.
Power shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Ester scent. It's a proven scent that bugs can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Let's go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel.
That's about 34 yards. Oh, my gosh. What is that glare? Oh, Chris, get away from the shooting stake, Chris. The glare off that shirt, I can't take it. The old Deperna touch.
Tastes great, gives you protein, and is easy to pack. Have you heard of Soldier Boy beef jerky? Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked in small batches to ensure generous, tender morsels that taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky offers the following flavors: sweet heat, original, maple, or pepper flavors that will satisfy you all day in the field. Soldier Boy beef jerky is veteran-owned and proud supporters of the Canines for Warrior Foundation. They also donate to troops that are deployed serving our country. So next time you're looking for snacks from home or on your next outdoor adventure, please remember to reach for some Soldier Boy beef jerky, available at Sportsman's Warehouse. Soldier Boy
Outdoors Dan, use the code word Outdoors Dan on Soldier Boy jerky. You get 20% off.
For more information, please check us out online at
restock.
www.sbjerky.com.
Outdoors Dan, 20% off.
Hey guys, Outdoors Dan
There you go.
here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help?
Yeah, I got to call Chase Decals. I got to get my stuff redone.
You ever thought about letting your vehicle do the promotion while you're out driving around town? If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in Ames, Iowa, and what they can do for you. I just got my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they did an amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be, and they went to work designing a wrap that just pops off my CR7. Now, wherever I go, folks will be talking about the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you need help getting your message out or showing people what exactly your business does, I want you to pick up the phone and call Josh at 515-292-6466. That's 515-292-6466. Or go online to chasedecals.com and start planning your campaign today.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what
Boy, I took Raven out to the farm the other day. Boy, he was so happy to get in the woods again.
Contact Darren Islander, agent at
He loves getting out there sniffing.
7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American
All right, coming up on the last one.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6, to their attractors like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Hope you're going to have a nice day tomorrow. I know I hope I will too. I'll probably get a big old box of oatmeal.
And that works for you.
At this point,
Whatever. Yeah. Anything would be great.
athletes from 120 teams across Iowa converged on the Iowa State Trap Shooting home grounds north of Cedar Falls, June 3rd through the 9th, at the 2024 Scholastic Clay Target Program Trap Shooting Championship. More than 3,000 athletes ranging from the 4th grade through high school shot nearly 780,000 clay targets for the week. Athletes competed in 3 different competitions: single trap, double trap, and handicap trap. The Ankeny Centennial Jaguars were the top varsity squad in singles and handicap, while the Pleasant Valley Trap team were varsity squad champions in doubles trap. Individual honors are also awarded by age group for each discipline. A complete list of the results can be found online at the Iowa DNR. The All-State team for singles trap is determined by the combination of the athlete's score and championship event score. All-State teams: ladies single trap, Lacey Gangwish, Underwood Youth Trap Team captain; Quincy O'Donnell, Underwood Youth Trap Team; Natalie Gibson, I-35 Roadrunners; Evelyn Earhart, Cedar Valley Shotgunners; Abby Hill, Gilbert Clay Commanders; Lexi Henning, Wilton Trap Team. Men's single trap All-State team: Logan Cease Ankeny Sentinel Jaguar Shooting Sports Captain Matthew Eilers. Pleasant Valley Trap Team Hunter Strong, Davenport Youth Trap, Ethan Schwala, New Hampton Youth Trap, Kyle Schmizler, Cresco Area Clay Crushers, Preston Feuerbach, Xavier High School. The high all-around trap team is determined by the combination of the athlete's trap, singles, doubles, handicap championship event scores. High all-around trap teams, ladies trap high all-around, Quincy O'Donnell, Underwood Youth Trap Team Captain, Lexi Henning, Wilton Trap Team, Lacey Gangwish, Underwood Youth Trap Club, Addison McCarty, Mount Pleasant Panthers, I like that. Evelyn Earhart, Cedar Valley Shotgunners, Lily Jenkins, Ankeny Centennial Jaguar Shooting Sports. Men's Trap High All Around, Matthew Eilers, Hunter Strong, Grant Yuska, Logan Cease, Robert Curtis, Mason Kashi, the Bettendorf Bulldog Trap Team. Congratulations to all the kids. Way to go, kids. Yay! And a big round of applause. We did a circle applause there. Target Trafficking Event's going to have a big 3D shoot. It's going to be August 10th through the 11th. It's going to be out at the Story City, Iowa shooting range. And it's going to be a fundraiser for 100% of the money going to be donated to Wings of Refuge. It's a Christ-centered ministry in Ames that provides a long-term restorative safe home to survivors of sex trafficking and sexual exploitation. They have 6 participant categories for compound and traditional archers and award high score prizes, including gift cards in each category. Enter the long shot, open, or mid shot fixed sight contest to win a bow. There's also online raffles and online auctions for people that never shot archery before but like to come out and try them. They can shoot on the practice range and receive instruction from Heart Shot Ministries. Plus, there's going to be food available from breakfast through dinner for a free will donation. Go to targettrafficking.net for more details, and you can see how they're making a big difference. You can also look them up online, Target Trafficking Fundraiser for Wings Refuge, and Instagram at Target Trafficking. 100% of the money donated goes to Wings. Your donation and participation will help to end the exploitation of one more girl. Hope to see you on August 10th or 11th. And thanks to Roger and Susan for coming over to me at the Deer Classic and let me talk about this. How about that? 8:46 and some change. How many breaks we got left?
One big one.
So I got to take that now? Yeah. All right. Let me take this big break now, and that'll give me a chance to tell you about Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, the Jedi Dentist of Ankeny. Not only are they voted number 1 for customer satisfaction care, not only are they voted number 1 for best looking Jedi costume, not only are they number 1 for giving the best smiles all around. Is that Polk County? Ankeny?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is it in Polk County?
I didn't remember that.
I don't know. Close enough. All I can tell you is if you're looking for a new dentist or a new dentist looking for the new to you, I want to send you over to 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa, because that's where I like to go, and they take great care of me. They are very gentle. You don't have to have any anxiety about going to the dentist, from cleaning cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, just all the general dentistry care you would ever need. Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Williams, they do a great job. Their staff does a great job, and they honestly care about their patients. When you walk in the door, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Give them a call, 515-964-1490, 515-964-1490, or go check them out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. And when you leave, they should say, "May the floss be with you." I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If you're an angler, you know the importance of keeping your bait fresh, alive, and handy. Well, let's talk about a bait system that helps folks catch more fish and is made in Minnesota where they
Bait Caddy.
The Bait Caddy is an amazing bait system that you can use for open water fishing or ice fishing that keeps your minnows, leeches, shiners, and bait fresh while you fish. The Bait Caddy has a clear UV-resistant housing that lets you see your bait at all times.
Can't believe I haven't got an email yet. Maybe they're out of town.
Keeps it handy and flush in 8
Could
to
be out of
10 inch
town.
ice holes. No loose parts. It's self-filling.
$14.97 Drew or Dale is the secret listener of the week.
Made in the USA. The Bait Caddy has a lifetime warranty and will be a bait system your friends will want. For more information, please go online to www.baitcaddy.com. The Bait Caddy, easy access to your bait, made in Minnesota and keeps your bait fresh.
1947 Dale W. Yep, right there. I just got him to email me back. I've heard of Norlander.
High-quality alpaca to produce some of the best socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks will whip away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also has a natural antibacterial quality to them that will keep your socks from smelling. They have heavyweight and lightweight styles with a bunch of color and size choices for you to choose from. Plus, gift boxes are available.
Everybody's busy.
100% guaranteed. So this year, when you plan your outdoor activity,
Man, we got a lot in this show. 2 guests, Colorado stuff, fishing reports. We got everything, a lot of stuff in there.
Pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to NorlanderSocks.com and give your feet a treat.
Hey students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University.
So next week for trivia, I've got a pure whitetail mock scrape kit we're going to give away. And I'm waiting to get a couple more things in. I can't tell you about it, but I got some stuff coming in. I had a couple people asking me when we're going to do the hunting package giveaways. I'll start doing those in July, so next month. July and August, that way you have them. You got them before September when some people start hunting in September. So we'll give those away mid to late into March, or April. Not April, August. One of them months. August. And I will be giving away hunting boots, too. Itasca hunting boots.
We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment.
You sat there. Can't get comfortable in a stupid foot boot.
JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale.
I didn't know Trika was making reels. That's kind of breaking news there. I didn't know anything about that. Be anxious to see that.
331-1577. You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is?
Morning, Don.
Where you're at walking in. Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots.
What are you doing this weekend? Just staying home?
Yeah.
Or some possible
Trying to
next
do
stand
something.
locations. The
Trying to
Onyx
get
Hunt
ahead,
app
but get
is
some
also a
just
great way
laundry
to
and
see
all
your
that
property
stuff.
and know where you stand.
So this next
Onyx
week's
is a
just
mobile
gonna
app
be
that you can take anywhere.
busy.
It's
Kayla's out of
recognized
town
by
for a
game
couple
wardens
days.
all around the
You
country
got the
as a
boys?
valuable hunting tool. So, if you want
Good
to
for you.
always know where you are and have the ability to save information
Just
that will
me.
help you be a better hunter,
It's
go
good.
download the Onyx Hunt app at your app
All
store
right, I'll
today.
take it.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. You're going to want to listen to the Outdoor Call, the Wednesday Drive. Am I doing Wednesday Drive or Buck Talk? We're not doing Buck Talk until July. So it'll be the Wednesday Drive, 5 o'clock on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We'll do the live stream, but I'll be giving away a Weeby knife on Wednesday. And then I got something else to tell you on Wednesday, but I can't tell you until I find out for sure what the parameters are. So here's what we got coming up for the rest of the year, okay? We're almost halfway through the year, right? So I've got that fishing trip to the Pines Resort up in Lake Winnie to give away. We're doing a contest on the app right now for that. All you got to do is listen Monday through Friday and send me a screenshot. I've got a whitetail hunt, a $4,000 hunt to Kansas to give away at Triple H Outfitters. Someone's going to win that and have a great time. I've got a $4,000 whitetail hunt to Slim Knox County Whitetails in Missouri. Someone's going to have a great time with that. I've got an ice fishing trip to give away later in the year. I've got a couple hunting packages that include game high clothing, maybe some optics and a whole bunch of other stuff. We got that to give away. I got a task of hunting boots to do. I've got some Fourth Arrow camera arms, some Windsid stuff. I've got a couple Pure Whitetail $100 gift cards to give away. I'll probably put those in those hunting packages. But why is somebody calling me? I don't know. I can't talk to them. I'm on the radio. Let's see. What else we got? Trying to think what else I got. I know. I got something else to give away, too. I know I got some Onyx subscriptions. Anyway, I think we got like almost 15 grand worth of stuff to give away before the end of the year. So we got a lot. Yeah. Oh, we got that Trika. I just announced that Trika rod contest. We got that walleye rod to give away. So, yeah, we got a lot. So if you haven't downloaded the app, you need to do so and listen because you got a chance to win. And I'm getting about 20, 25 things a week from listeners. So your odds of winning are pretty good. It's not like I'm getting like 500 a week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. So anyway. Did you get everything in? I got everything in. I'm done. I got nothing else to say. Except it's ready. I'm ready to start the fantasy football league.
Yeah, because you sit there and you're looking. I mean, you could do it all year round.
I could.
You could.
It's absolutely my favorite thing to do, other than going to see Jones Brothers Taxidermy and go and see Dave and Harv and everybody and see what kind of mounts they're getting. Now, that's my second favorite thing to do. My third thing would be going down to the Milo Locker and picking up some steaks. Yeah. How about that? Huh? OCR20 gets you 20% off for Onyx if you want to get Dad an Onyx subscription. Just go to onyxmaps.com/hunt to use that. So, what was that? Did you hear that? That was weird. It's like I heard a whoosh. Did you hear that? I'm hearing things.
Oh, man, I'm a little worried for you.
Yeah, have a great Father's Day, Darren. Thank you. All right, I got to go. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Enjoy the day. Kids, make sure you call Dad. How long do you have to wear it? How long do I have to wear what? Oh, my boot? I have to wear my boot until the end of July, Rick. Good luck to all the dads out there. Enjoy your family time. Make sure you download the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you need more information, go to the outdoorcallradioapp.com. Andrew's going to stink at fantasy football this year.
No, I'm not.
We'll be back next week. Thanks to all the winners. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye. You too, guys. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday. Thanks, everybody.